Okay, hello, I'm Dr. Chaos, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Last time we started exploring and we found here.
We have only the finest goods.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Done. Goodbye then.
So this is just some dude tripping way down here. That is very interesting. We'll probably be back here at some point, let's face it. Anyway, so, end of the last episode, well, yeah, towards the end of the last episode I started talking about the horror stuff, seeing my plans for, army building and stuff. So we're gonna continue that. Yeah. So here's the thing, you can't have a so you can't have a legion. Sorry, you can't have a delegatus in the same army as a praetor. The thing is, like, is the term army referring to, the entire force, or is it referring, like, the entire everything you are bringing, or is it referring to, like, a quick, like, the single, like, force organization thing, like the specific allied detachment, or the Lord of War detachment, or the other detachment, can't remember its name, like the main detachment. So up into the fort we go. But let's face it, if I'm playing like a large enough force that I need to worry about, like that if I am playing a game that's large enough to warrant multiple, like primary detachments in a force organization, I I hope I would be fine force organization. Like, I don't think my opponent would care too much if I am bringing, a second. An assassin shroud? I mean, the Shroud of Penelope, I think the Shroud of Penelope would be 7. Okay, but the Shroud of Penelope changes colors, making it better. But besides, we're going to be swapping on over to the Pilgrim's outfit eventually once we get the entirety of it.
Better check that out.
Okay. Okay. Time to go back around. Anyway, so okay, so
get away so easily.
Cool. Done with that. I mean, yeah, ultimately, did we decide on how I end up deciding to build the force? I mean, obviously, though, a eventual goal of like 14,000 Marines, that is not a small ask. Like, I am under no illusions that would be, you know, a loose possibility. That would take ages. So hey, like and subscribe if you want to help me towards that goal. Seriously, it'll really help. I mean, to make things slightly easier on myself, I am probably going to count vehicle crew into that 14,000, even though I am fully aware that normally vehicle crew would not be included in that count. Like vehicle crew and the and specialist crew like librarians, which were implemented towards the end of the heresy. I know at the beginning they weren't, like, Mortarion disliked him, but eventually he did go, yeah, fine. Like, anyway, librarian chaplains, like, all the specialists, I understand, aren't technically, like, or aren't normally counted in that, you know, in the count. However, I am going to count that just to make things a little easier on myself. Is it because I have a bit of laziness in me? Yeah, yes, almost definitely. But it is gonna be an absolute time save. Cool. We have something on the edge of the island there. And obviously, because of the way, you know, the legions work, there's obviously going to be a lot of, like, tactical marine filler. Like, because obviously, while there is, yeah, would be, like, in a 14,000 marine, like, kind of block, while they would sure be, like, thousands of specialists, like, a couple of thousand specialists and heavy weapons and whatever, there's still going to be, like, thousands upon thousands, like, multiple thousands of tactical marine filler, or the equivalent thing, or their melee equivalent. I'm sorry, but he stood on your burning dog. Ooh. Like, the eventual... What I eventually will decide upon, I'm not entirely sure. Like, but let's face it, I don't really need to have too many rights of war. Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, rights of war, while it does have some, allow for some modification of the basic structure of how the Legion, like, of a battle group, it's not like every single group utilize the reaping every single time. And I mean, the way the reaping work, like, so for those of you who don't know, the reaping right of war basically would have, you'd have tactical, so not, instead of tactical squad, you'd have, you could take veterans and heavy weapon squads as troops choices, as opposed to elite and heavy support respectively. You couldn't run it, you can't run it all while using the reaping. And I think the thing is, veterans taken as troops get line, or it's either troops as troops in general, or taken as the specific troops for like as taken as compulsory troops. And while, yes, taking... I mean, yeah, while having some rights of war, like, utilizing the reaping occasionally, probably the way to do it. And then obviously there are some rights of war that don't require a praetor, like what you would bring you can would require an upgrade, which becomes a thing anyway, like the Dreadnought specific right of war, you have to have a Dreadnought in it, and he becomes your thing. And honestly, as well as that, you can't even take. I think you can take a. I think you can still take Praetor, but you can't take. Most. But you can't take most of the console upgrades. Wait, you're a civilian. Ooh, that... Ooh. Sorry to that civilian. But admittedly, something I do want to do is utilize some of the stuff that isn't notably Death Guard. Like a... like having a biker heavy, like biker and javelin and land speeder heavy Death Guard list, I think would be very interesting. Like, but obviously they did have bikers, they did have javelin land speed, they did have their aircraft and stuff. Obviously they aren't known for it, but they did still have it. And I mean, one thing I would love to do is I do want to build a Death Guard force as a counterpoint. To my White Scars. The plan basically would be to have it as a rivaling thing, but I mean, let's face it, a rivalry I haven't seen commented on too often is the rivalry between the Death Guard and the White Scars. Like, obviously we have the more famous ones. Like the we have the more famous ones, like obviously the Iron Warriors and the Imperial Fists, the Word Bearers and the Ultramarines, the sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place here. I mean, Dark Angels and Night Lords were another rivalry that I haven't really seen people mention. And then again, I suppose it is mainly because of the Thramus Crusade, which was the major conflict between them. Sorry, there's another one that I'm thinking of. It's another. Sorry, yeah. Space Wolves and the Thousand Suns. Which is a pretty major one that I kind of just slipped my mind. But yeah. White Scars. White Scars and Death Guard is one I don't see remarked on too often. Ooh. Which, sure, it may not immediately come to mind as a major rivalry, but it kind of was. And again, it mainly stemmed from their Primarchs, because, I mean, Jagatai and Mortarion did not really get on well. And they kind of came up against each other multiple times throughout the Heresy.
You're giving mercenaries a bad name. I'm going to break you!
Sorry, let me just... But I got this... Ooh. But I got one of these, I now know how to make them. Right, because I don't think I got ability-wise for them. Yeah.
I'm losing my mind. Time to die, Malaka!
Oh ho ho!
Let me put an end to your suffering! Give it up! Come on! Can't take much more! I will bury you! Let me put an end to your suffering! You can't take much more! Dead when I find you! get here.
Come on, climb up after me.
Ha! See how they run.
Hmm.
Can't hide forever, coward. This'll be easy. Such a coward. The archer is over there. That's strange. Nothing at all.
I want to do this. So.
What the?
These trolls will not go hungry
Okay.
today.
So obviously I'm not meant to go after this dude just yet. Come on then. You know what? I'll bring you back either when we've pause and run or end recording it. Okay, I know what. Come on then. That was an instant kill on that bear.
No chance now. God help me when I catch
Oh, you. Okay. See you next time. Goodbye.